Well, after 7 years of development, Vandoren has a brand new product. This is the VK1 synthetic clarinet reed. If you're a reed snob, you need to check out this side-by-side comparison by our very own Teresa Segrist. Okay, Teresa, first impressions, what do you think?
Well, you know, I was pleasantly surprised. I really liked it, and I wasn't sure I would. I've played on cane reeds all my life, and I was very surprised. I liked how it played in all of the registers. I felt like it was clear, and it was a good sound, and I liked it.
Well, good. Also as a reed player, sometimes I don't like the synthetic slipperiness, so talk about the texture or how it felt to play.
Right away, as soon as I took it out of the box, I noticed that it feels like a cane reed. It doesn't feel, there's not a slickness to it. It's almost like you can feel the cane fibers in it.
Interesting.
So there's just enough friction that sits on your lip just like a cane reed would.
Gotcha.
So I like that.
And this one that you were playing was a 50.
It was
right?
a 50,
and
right.
So there are 6 different strengths of these synthetics. So the sizing on these is a little different than the normal reeds. So
Right.
what is the cane reed strength that you prefer?
Well, right now I'm playing on a Vandoren 3.5, just regular blue box.
Gotcha.
And I think that's pretty much across the board the same strength it felt like on playing on the 50. Okay. My cane reed is a little broken in, so normally the 50 might feel a little bit harder, but
That makes sense. On the equivalent chart, the 50 is on the top edge of what they're calling a equivalent of a 3. So it's right there in between the 3 and the 3.5.
So this broken in 3.5 probably felt a lot like a 3.
Gotcha. Any pros or any things that you especially liked about it, or like maybe a different way, what type of player would benefit from this reed?
You know, I think just about anybody. I, as a teacher, like it because I can play on it. There's no breaking it in. It's pick it up out of the box and play. Mm-hmm. You don't have to work on them, which is especially good for especially high school kids who really may not have a lot of experience working on a reed. Mm-hmm. That's one negative about a cane reed. Usually they take some work to make them play. This is going to play right out of the box. You know, I like it because you can clean it. Mm-hmm. It's not going to get all moldy and icky.
Right.
You know, so I think it has some really good pluses. I would think maybe if there's a negative in it, it might just be figuring out what strength works best for an individual kid.
Right, and a little more cost up front.
Right.
It's a little more, it is a premium product, but to your
Right.
point, it has the long-lasting lifespan, which will be helpful.
And I think it's somebody would really have to try to crack it or split it or break it, but I can see a real advantage to using these in marching band.
Oh, sure. When you're out baking under the sun and it dries out your cane reed, or another application, Teresa, would be doubling or pit orchestra, or things where you have to grab your instrument.
Exactly.
Maybe you didn't warm up, you haven't warmed up in 30 minutes or even an hour, you have to grab your instrument and play. A perfect example.
And as a teacher who sits it on the stand, works a little bit, picks it up, plays, it's going to play every time.
Gotcha.
So.
Well, there you go. So it sounds like overall a positive experience and one that you would recommend.
I would recommend it.
All right. Well, there you go. The Vandoren VK Reed.